A convicted felon with a dark past, a brutal series of murders that shocked a community, and a quest for justice that would bring one of Ohio's most dangerous men to trial. Curtis Clinton's name became synonymous with terror after the discovery of his heinous crimes. What drove this man to commit such unimaginable acts, and how did the justice system finally catch up with him? Today, we delve into the chilling tale of Curtis Clinton, a story of violence, horror, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Curtis Clinton was no stranger to the criminal justice system. Born in 1968 in Sandusky, Ohio, Clinton's early life was marked by violence and crime. By the time he was 24, he had already been convicted of a violent crime, serving a 13-year sentence for the rape and attempted murder of a woman in 1997. Despite his long criminal record, he was released from prison in early 2012, but Curtis Clinton's release would soon lead to a horrifying series of events that no one could have predicted. On September 8, 2012, the bodies of 23-year-old Heather Jackson and her two young children, 3-year-old Selena and 18-month-old Wayne, were discovered in their home in Sandusky. All three had been brutally murdered, their lives cut short in a senseless act of violence. As the investigation unfolded, the community was horrified to learn that Curtis Clinton was the prime suspect in these heinous crimes. The discovery of Heather Jackson and her children's bodies sent shockwaves through the Sandusky community. Police were immediately called to the scene, and it wasn't long before Curtis Clinton was identified as a suspect. Clinton had been seen with Heather the night before her murder, and evidence quickly began to mount against him. Investigators found DNA evidence linking Clinton to the crime scene, and his alibi quickly unraveled under scrutiny. But the horror didn't stop there. As police dug deeper into Clinton's past, they uncovered a disturbing pattern of violence against women and children. It became clear that Clinton had a long history of predatory behavior, and his escalation to murder was a chilling development. In the days following the murders, Clinton was arrested and charged with multiple counts of aggravated murder, rape, and kidnapping. The prosecution's case against him was strong, with forensic evidence, witness testimonies, and Clinton's own criminal history painting a damning picture. The trial of Curtis Clinton was one of the most high-profile cases Sandusky had ever seen. The media swarmed the courthouse, capturing every moment of the proceedings. The evidence presented by the prosecution was overwhelming, including DNA evidence, witness testimonies, and Clinton's own incriminating statements. Despite the mountain of evidence against him, Clinton showed little remorse for his actions. In court, the jury heard harrowing testimony from witnesses and forensic experts, all of which pointed to Clinton's guilt. The forensic experts detailed the gruesome nature of the crimes, leaving the jury visibly shaken. Mr. Fee was one of 4 individuals who delivered a victim impact statement in court following Judge Tone's sentencing of Clinton to death. Speaking from the heart and without a prepared script, he expressed his outrage toward the defendant in a raw, emotion-charged statement, declaring that the death penalty was too lenient a punishment. On October 18, 2013, Curtis Clinton was found guilty on all charges, including the aggravated murder of Heather Jackson and her 2 children. The courtroom was filled with emotional reactions as the verdict was read. The judge sentenced Clinton to death, ensuring that he would never harm another person again. The sentence was met with a mix of relief and sorrow from the victims' families. The verdict was a relief to the victims' families and the community, but the scars left by Clinton's crimes would remain for years to come. The families of Heather Jackson and her children expressed their gratitude for the justice served, but also their enduring pain. Curtis Clinton's case serves as a stark reminder of the dangers posed by repeat offenders and the importance of vigilance in protecting our communities from predators like him. The community held meetings to discuss safety measures and ways to prevent such tragedies in the future. Justice was served, but the impact of his actions will never be forgotten. The community continues to honor the memory of Heather Jackson and her children, ensuring that their lives and the lessons learned from this tragedy are remembered. Detective John Harris, who led the investigation, stated, "This was one of the most challenging cases of my career. The evidence was clear, but the emotional toll on everyone involved was immense." One witness, a neighbor of Heather Jackson, tearfully recounted, "I heard the screams that night. I wish I could have done something to save them. It's a memory that haunts me every day." The prosecutor, Jane Mitchell, emphasized the importance of the verdict, saying, "This case was about more than just justice for Heather and her children. It was about sending a message that such heinous acts will not go unpunished." The community's response was one of unity and resilience. Memorials were held and candles were lit in honor of the victims, ensuring that their memory would live on. Police Chief Laura Bennett addressed the community, stating, "We must remain vigilant and work together to ensure the safety of our neighborhoods. This tragedy has shown us the importance of community and the need to protect one another." Justice was served, but the impact of his actions will never be forgotten. The community continues to honor the memory of Heather Jackson and her children, ensuring that their lives and the lessons learned from this tragedy are remembered. Curtis Clinton's crimes are a chilling reminder of the capacity for evil that exists in our world. The loss of Heather Jackson and her children is a tragedy that will never be fully healed, but justice was served in this case. What are your thoughts on this case? Could more have been done to prevent these horrific events? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this story compelling, please like and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into true crime cases. We cover the stories that matter, shedding light on the darkest corners of the human psyche. And before you go, check out our playlist on related topics such as serial killers or crimes against families. These are the stories that remind us of the importance of justice and the value of life.